Woo! Damn! What's up? It's your boy Tunnel Vision, and we back for another one. God damn! Wilder takes out Ortiz, 10th title defense, baddest man on the planet. Um, Fight was crazy. Wilder started out kind of just moving, jabbing, controlling his distance, being very, very patient. Um, commentators talking about how he needs to step it up and he needs to throw more punches and he needs to let his hands go. All this idiotic stuff, which was like, no, he doesn't need to do that. You can't do that against Ortiz. Ortiz has a longer reach than him. Ortiz is fighting on the southpaw stance, bouncing on his feet. Bad idea. You do that, throwing like that, letting your hands go, is what got him clipped in his last fight. So he didn't listen to these idiots who don't know what the hell they're talking about, and he just stayed focused. He stayed focused and he stayed real, real patient. Now, he was, the commentators were acting like this guy as if he wasn't throwing any punches. Like, oh, he's lost 4 rounds. Oh, he's lost 5 rounds. He can't win rounds if he's only throwing two, three, first was 2, 3, 4 punches around. Then it was like, oh, when he's only throwing 6, 8 punches around. The guy is throwing like 20 some punches every single round. You know what I'm saying? And Ortiz was, even if he outlanded him in certain rounds, he was outlanding by like 1 punch. You know what I'm saying? He was, most of the rounds, Ortiz was the one that was sitting around doing nothing in the first couple of rounds. While Wilder was hitting him with jabs, hitting jabs, Ortiz was maybe having a flurry here and there, like maybe one, maybe two in a round, and then that's it. There was time he was just getting hit with a jab, hit with a jab, hit with a jab. Then Ortiz started, kind of get into the groove, started catching him to the body, started catching him up top, started doing his thing. So then he started to win rounds. But Wilder stayed patient. People keep acting like, oh, he's just waiting for that one shot, one shot. No, he was hitting him with the jab, hitting him with the jab. After that, he started hitting him with the left, pretty much like a stiff, like a left hook, with his left hand. Just kind of hitting him with a hook to the up top. Hit him with a hook up top. Still going with the straight right hand. Trying to kind of hit him with the right hook. And he started going to the body a little bit. He's found a place with the shot with the hook to the body. Bang on the left side. Solid. Just bam. Started catching him with that. And the thing with Wilder is that you got to stay so focused, man. You got to stay so focused that I remember when it came to Floyd Mayweather, a lot of his fighters like Andre Berto, he said one of the things with him is that, and also Earl Spence. They actually asked Earl Spence like, what was it like fighting Floyd Mayweather and sparring Floyd Mayweather? And what he said was, he's like, the thing that gets you is that you sit there and you're so focused and you're thinking so much that you start to get exhausted. You physically start to get exhausted just by thinking. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the type of thing with Deontay Wilder. You can't make a mistake. You make one single mistake and you're out of there and you're done. You're done. So you got to just stay so focused. And I know that must drain on you a little bit. That must drain on you. Because one slip up and it's over. But Wilder was just, being intelligent. Started catching Ortiz a little bit. Ortiz had to slow down just slightly. Just slightly. I think Ortiz got caught one of those chest leg hooks. I saw him jiggle a little bit. Then they seemed to be fine. And then in the end, Wilder fakes a jab. Fakes one of those jabs he's been throwing. He's been throwing these all night. 6 rounds just throwing his jab. Bam, throwing his jab. Keeping it out there. Light tapping. And sometimes hard, light tapping and trying to hit him with the right. He fakes the jab. As if he's throwing it. And Ortiz is looking at that, thinking he's getting the same thing that he's always got. Wilder stops it halfway. Catch him with the right. Beep, beep. Dude's thrown back. He's knocked out. He's asleep. Turned into a meme. Yo, everybody that Wilder fights, man, has been turned into memes. That's what it is. He's the meme king right now. Everybody that fights him gets turned into memes. He's a monster, man. He's an absolute beast. He played it right. He played it the way that he should have played it. All these people talking about how he needs to start faster, how he needs to throw his hands more. No. Doing that would have got himself hurt, and doing that might have got himself knocked out. He got hurt doing that last time. He's not stupid. He's intelligent. He learned from it. And he made sure he didn't make that idiotic mistake this time. Stayed real patient. And when the time came, he put that boy out. You know, Guy has a nice jab, has a nice straight hand, but has a nice left hook that he can throw to your face. He can throw to your body. Got a good right hook, and he has great foot movement. That's the biggest thing with him. He has great foot movement. He can fight on the back foot as well. All these things that he can do that people just completely just decide that they're not going to look at when it comes to fights. This guy's throwing jabs, and the commentator talking about, oh, he needs to throw more punches. He can't just throw 3 punches in a round. In a round that he probably threw like 15, 20 effing jabs. But it is what it is, man. With him, it's like, unless she's hurting somebody, oh, then he's not winning the rounds. But he was smart. He was intelligent. He played it correctly. And he came through with the victory by being patient. Everybody else is so anxious. Everybody else wants him to go all crazy and wild, but he stayed patient. And because he was patient, he didn't get hurt. That's the biggest thing. He didn't get hurt. And he was able to find that shot, land it, and get the victory. You know what I mean? Now they're talking about the Tyson Fury fight happening next. They're talking about it happening in February. After Tyson Fury seeing what just happened, I don't know what he's thinking right now, but what I've learned so far right now is that if you're facing Wilder in a rematch, it's a bad look. It's not a good thing for you. It's not a good thing for you when he spent time in the ring with you. When it came to Severn, when it came to Ortiz, and when it comes to Tyson Fury, it's going to be the same thing. He dropped him twice. He actually dropped him 3 times in the fight. They didn't give him credit for one of those fights. But by the 12th round, he had figured him out. He had figured out how to hit him and how to get him, and he's gotten better since then. You know what I'm saying? Better since then. And if they do fight in February, because I don't know if, Tyson Fury is really going to be ready for February, if he's going to be about that, you know what I mean? Or something's going to come up to keep that fight from happening. We'll see. But if he does get into that ring, I see him getting stopped too. And it's not going to take no damn 12 rounds. But we shall see. Like, subscribe, share. I'm out. Deontay Wilder, king of the world.